Hey everyone's Jackal Wolf back in Feed the Beasts Stoneblock 3 with another tutorial let's play video. Now if you've been following along, you know that we are working our way through the quest book. Last episode we were on the exploration tab. We went out to the end. We found ourselves an end city. The reason we needed that is we wanted some ender pearls. We got the majority of them by crushing some endstone and running that through our washer. This episode, though, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the mob grinding utils tab, and we're going to do the majority of these quests. The first being these chicken feed quests, which are going to get us the golden egg and the rotten egg, which will allow us to make some delightful dirt and some dreadful dirt. We're going to use those, turn them into a mob farm by using a mob fan, a mob masher, as well as a regular set of spikes. We're going to collect some stuff with the Absorption Hopper. We're going to do a couple of upgrades. That's just going to leave the Would You Like a Jelly Baby and the mob spawning make an entity spawner quests, as well as this experience robbery, donate 100 levels. These three here we'll end up doing in a future episode. So as you can see, I've already accidentally done one of these quests, the Monster Masher. As I was doing the setup, I accidentally pulled one out. Doesn't really matter though, we're going to make more than one of these anyways, so I'm still going to get a chance to show you guys the recipe. But before we get started, now would be a great time to click on that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you're alerted every time I post a new video to my channel. Also, if you're enjoying this content and you want to support, click on the join button down below. Check out all the perks I got available for my new members, one of which is the supporter shout out. You might have seen these popping up in some of my other videos. Also, another great way of supporting the channel is sharing it with your friends. So feel free to link this video or any of my other videos. Send it out on social medias. Make sure you use the hashtag JackalWolf. That way there's a good chance I might actually see them as well. But enough about that. Let's get back to the video. So, like I said, our main goal for this episode is to set up two mob mashers. One's going to be full of passive mobs. One's going to be full of hostile mobs. To do that, what we're going to need to do is create ourselves some dreadful dirt and some delightful dirt. Now, to make both of those, we're going to need some liquid experience. That's why we built this XP drain last episode. Basically, what it does is it takes any XP in your inventory, it will suck it out and put it into this little storage area. We can then go take a bucket, scoop that out. There you go. We've now got an extra bucket of XP. Now I'm going to need a total of 8 XP buckets. I don't have enough to complete both of these recipes. So there's a couple of other things that we can do. Just working in your world, you're going to end up getting a little bit of XP here and there. We can go out, hunt some mobs in the further reaches of our world. We can actually set up just a dark storage mob masher as well, get some XP that way. But at the same time, it's pretty easy to put back into our inventory. So using our crushing wheels, we can get something called a Nugget of experience. Basically, any sort of ore block run through the crusher has got a 75% chance of dropping this experience. So while we probably won't be able to get a nether gold ore without some silk touch, we could certainly make a block of iron from raw iron, as well as some of these other stuff like the raw nickel. We got raw gold, raw zinc, and a whole bunch of different things, all with the 75% chance of dropping that nugget of experience. So for demonstration, I've got some raw silver here. I've got some raw nickel. We've been getting these by washing sand in our bulk washer. I'm going to take them both. I'm going to run them through our crushing wheel. It's a fairly quick process. We'll just stay here and watch it kind of go through. There you go. That was actually pretty quick. You saw a little bit of XP drop down there. So there's 12 nuggets of experience. Now, I can keep this stored somewhere for whenever I need it. I can come grab it, and then with it in my inventory, right-clicking on it turns it all into, regular XP in my bar. Now, 3 levels is not going to be enough for what we need, so let's go. Did we get any more? Yeah, we got 12 more there. Looks like we just got some extra 24. There we go. We've now got 7 full levels. Let's see if that's enough to get us the extra 2 buckets that we need. So XP drain now, jump on top of that, sucks all that XP out. There you go, 2.28 buckets, so that's perfect. So we're going to go 1, 2, we're going to go throw 1 XP bucket in here, 1 XP bucket in there, and now we've got enough XP for our 2 recipes. The first recipe that we're going to do is the Nutritious Chicken Feed. This is going to allow us to create our golden egg. To make the Nutritious Chicken Feed, it is 4 buckets of XP, 1 carrot, 1 beetroot, 1 wheat, 1 potato, and then pretty much any seed. So we're going to take that one out. We're going to come over here to the next one. This is going to be the GM Feed Cursed. This is going to allow us to make a rotten egg. To do that, it is 4 buckets of XP, 1 spider eye, 1 bone, 1 gunpowder, 1 rotten flesh, and then again, any sort of seed. That gets us the cursed chicken feed. Now, to make these eggs, what we're going to do is we're going to take these feeds and feed it to some chickens. So we could go grab some of the eggs that we're getting from our, we got our smart chickens getting us some eggs. We've got the egg drops from the loot bees, or we can actually go take some of these extra chicken tokens that we got from the resource chickens. And then we can actually use these feeds off of these chickens. So it's a good use of extra chickens that you've got. So let's go place 1 in our world. We're going to go take our nutritious chicken feed. I'm going to right click on the chicken, and then you got to wait and watch.
Happy birthday, Taco!
This is an older mob. It's been out there for quite some time. I get a kick out of it every single time it does that. The happy birthday for Darko. I always thought it was Dark Sato, or Dark Osto, but it just Darko is the name that it's there. So that one's really good. We're going to do the same thing with the cursed feed. So log chicken, place it in our world. Cursed chicken feed. And there we go. So for both of those, we got a rotten egg or a golden egg, and then we've got 4 feathers, which is actually perfect. We're actually going to need those feathers for something in the future here. But I'm going to take the golden egg and the rotten egg. I'm going to take it out of my toolbar because I don't want to waste them, because we got a little bit of prep work yet. Because if we go and throw them in our world here, there's a good chance we're going to suddenly get a whole bunch of spawns, and we don't want that. We want to set this grinder up perfectly first. So how these eggs work, though, is if we were to take the egg and right-click on some dirt, it would change this dirt into the dreadful dirt or into the delightful dirt, which is basically to start spawning those associated mobs. To make this design work, we're going to have a fan area that basically pushes the mobs towards a grinding area where it's going to kill those mobs. They're going to drop their items. They're going to drop their XP. And then we're going to have a hopper that's going to basically pick them up and store them for us. So our next step is going to be making ourselves some mob fans. These are going to be what we use to push the mobs towards the mob grinders. To make a mob fan, it is 4 stone slabs, 4 iron ingots, and a block of redstone. I'm making 2 because we're making 2 mob grinders. Now, when you place the fan, one thing to keep in mind is that the fan will be pointed towards you. So I'm going to place it right there. You can see the fan is facing towards me. Now, to power the fan, we could just place a block of redstone next to it. That's going to keep that fan always on. A better method would be to make some levers. So these are just vanilla levers, 1 cobble, 1 stick. We're going to make 2 of them. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to go shift, click on it. That's because if we actually just regular click, it opens up the mob fan GUI. We don't want that. We have to go shift click to make it active. And then we can probably see it from here. Fan's not on. I'm going to go flick that switch. There you go. The fan is now on. There is currently an invisible cone of air that's basically pushing anything directly in front of the fan all the way to the end of the dirt there. So 5 blocks. So there is a way of us showing it. We can open up the fan, click show area, and now we can actually see the affected areas. So if I was to drop down, there you go. I got caught by the edge of that fan, pushed all the way over there. But at the same time, I can still sort of hide in this corner, no problem. So our next step, though, is we want to take advantage of the full width of this little mob farm. I'm doing a 3x5. You can actually make these quite a bit bigger. But for space constraints, I think this is probably a good small mob grinder. So one of the quests for the day is to make an upgrade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a width upgrade. So 3 feathers in a crafting table with 4 iron ingots will make a mob fan width upgrade. These are stackable, though I'm just going to make 2, 1 for each of our fans. But as a demonstration, we're going to come over here. We're going to go take one of those mob fans. We're going to put it in the width area. And you can see it automatically bumps it out 1 on either side. If we were to take a second one, we could stack it up. And where I'm standing right now, the wall is actually being pushed by this fan. Now, it doesn't do anything because the wall is kind of blocking it. But if this was an open space, that would be a totally legitimate area. So I'm going to go take that one back, though. We're going to come back over here. We're going to put it up in this mob fan. We're going to go put the stick on. We're going to turn that mob fan on. You see the blade spinning. Let's actually turn it off, because now we're going to work on the actual mob grinding, and it is very, very easy to accidentally fall into the area and get pushed into your own mob grinders. So there are a couple of options here. There is the mob grinder, which is part of the quest. But a simpler version of that is the iron spikes. Now we actually have to make some iron spikes to make the mob grinder. To make some iron spikes, it is 1 block of iron and 3 swords. Swords do not stack in the crafting table, so I've got some extra ones here to finish off our recipes. So iron spikes, we're going to make 2 of them. 1, 2, 3. There we go. There's our second one. Now, if we look at the description, basic spikes will also drop mob XP, which is good. That's going to be a source of XP for us. What I'm going to do is, let's go finish off this wall here. We're going to put the iron spikes in the middle there. We're going to do the same thing over here. So that's the first easy method. What we're going to do now is make ourselves a mob masher. Now, this is a lot more expensive to make, but it is an upgradable masher. So to make a mob masher, it is 2 iron swords, 3 diamonds, 1 block of redstone, 1 block of iron, and then 2 of those iron spikes that we just made. I'm going to make 1, add 2 more swords. I'm going to make 2, and then 2 more swords. And there we go. There is 3. The mob mashers do stack where the swords don't. That's always been a vanilla Minecraft thing. So we're going to go take these mob mashers. We're going to come over here. I'm going to go place them in that spot there, that spot there. And actually, something to keep in mind is these are directional. You can place them facing up. You can also place them facing down. It's all going to depend on how your system's sort of set up. So I'm coming off the wall there to power them, much like we power the mob fans. What we're going to need is some levers. So again, 1 cobblestone, 1 stick. That's going to get us 4 levers. We're going to go turn that on. We're going to go turn that one on, and then finally that one on. So these ones are now basically mashing up mobs. Anything that gets in their way. Come on. I'm doing my best not to walk into it very much, but there you go. That one took a little bit of a bite out of me. Let's go heal that up. So this is an almost fully functioning mob grinder. If we've got a fan, let's actually turn on that show area. We're going to turn that fan on. Let's go turn this guy on. Anything that it spawns in this area is now going to get pushed into those spikes. They're then going to die, drop their items, drop their resources. We're now going to need a way to collect those. We're going to use an absorption hopper. Now, this is part of the quest line. To make an absorption hopper, vacuums up items and XP orbs in a 7x7 area, can be configured to push out on any side. Fluids will insert to tanks, items into inventories. So basically, this is going to pick up pretty much anything that's dropped in those areas. To make an absorption hopper, it is 1 eye of ender, 3 obsidian, and then a hopper. We're going to take those and let's come over here. And for a demonstration purpose, I'm actually going to put it up by 1. We're going to put the absorption hopper here. We're going to open it up. Again, like the mob fans, we got a show area. And then if we're going to back off, we can kind of see right now, everything is centered 7x7 on that absorption hopper, which is fine. It's not going to be too bad. It's not going to pick up anything from in here, but anything that I accidentally drop in this area is going to get picked up by this absorption hopper. So if I'm doing any maintenance in the area, or, if I'm breaking torches to move stuff around, oh, that torch has disappeared. Where did it go? I gotta go check this absorption hopper. There we go. It's got it right there. Now, a more efficient way of doing this would be to actually move our absorption area. So if we open up the GUI, you can see on the right-hand side here, there's a bunch of offsets. There's down and up, north and south, west and east. So right now we are facing north. So to move this north, we got the pluses and the minus. It's not super intuitive, but as long as you can see that area, let's go hit that minus. It's pushed it forward. If we hit the plus, you can see it's actually coming closer towards us. So we're going to go push this until we see the edge. So it was already out of my line of sight, but now what we want to do is take this and move it up to the east. So again, west, east, we're going to go minus, minus. Oh, no, you can see it's going in the wrong direction. So this is actually going to end up being a plus. So we check that out now. This cube is now fully centered on our mob grinder. Anything that drops in this mob grinder is going to get picked up. Anything that drops outside, oh, I'm actually in there. Anything that gets dropped outside is going to stay out here. Now, while it does have a small collection area, we're definitely going to be collecting more items than that. So what we're going to want to do is to make ourselves a little bit of an inventory area. Now, I've got a crystal chest. This is one that's been dropped by the loot bee previously, but you can use something as simple as a regular chest. The functional storage drawers or any of the more advanced storage, we should be able to pump directly into them. So what we're going to do is let's put the inventory down below. We're going to go click on the absorption hopper, and then right up here where we've got the down, up, north, south, west, and east, all of these are selected to none. We want to push down. I'm going to click the down button. It's now an item. We pop out here. You can see it's now made that connection. So anything that we threw, whoa, boy. So the loot bee suddenly appeared in this area and fell down into the fan and got pushed in there. That's actually quite funny. It's a shame that he wasn't just trapped in there flying up, because he would have dropped that loot and would have got picked up by our absorption hopper, which actually didn't pick up anything. So in any case, that was a demonstration. Anything that got thrown into there gets picked up by the absorption hopper and then pushed down into this chest. As far as XP goes, though, we're going to need a fluid tank. One of the best ones, at least early game ones, are the singularity tank. They are fairly cheap. 5 pieces of glass, 4 iron ingots gets us a singularity tank. I'm going to make 2 of those, 1 for each side. And then we're going to take the singularity tank. Let's actually put it on top. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to find the up button. We're going to click it once. We're going to click it twice. It is now going to push any fluid up top. You can see it's actually picked up a little bit of that XP from that loot bee that spawned there. So that's perfect. So any XP that gets dropped in this area is going to get sucked up by the absorption hopper and then pushed up into the storage tank. So another method of getting XP similar to our fluid storage here. And actually we could take this and put that up there as well, but then we lose the, XP drain ability for us to kind of jump on it and have it suck out any XP that way. So this is now almost fully set up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go make a little bit of a wall here. That way we're not going to have any mob sort of accidentally jump out here. We're going to do a passive mob in this one, so I'm going to leave the light in. If we were doing the hostile mobs, we're going to want to actually have that torch gone. I'm going to take the golden egg. I'm going to click on the dirt right in the middle. It will do a 5x5. Right now I've just got a 5x3, but if I did it offset there, we'd end up having an area of dirt over there, which is not what we want. We want to put that right in the middle. So I'm going to go right click. That turns into delightful dirt. And you can see we're just kicking out mobs left, right, and center. Passive mobs left, right, and center. All of those items are getting picked up down here. All of that extra XP, we're now up to 80 millibuckets showing up there, which is perfect. So I'm going to go enclose this. And there you go. We now have a fully functioning passive mob spawner. It's going to basically collect all of these items here. We're going to have access to all of them whenever we need them. Now, as far as the hostile mob spawner, it is pretty much the exact same thing. All right, so I'm keeping this one dark. You can see we've already kind of got some, X's over there. We're going to take the rotten egg. We're going to go place that one right in the middle again. There we go. We got a bunch of dreadful dirt. Oh, wow. That kicked off pretty quick. We're going to enclose that one up. And there you go. We've got ourselves a fully functional mob spawner. There is this xylophone, which is kind of cool. I saw that earlier. And some drums. That's actually really, really kind of cool. I've got the repair talisman, which is repairing it right now, which is really cool. Let's actually go a little ways away here. And then we get the xylophone. I think those are really, really cool. Anyways, we're going to go throw these back over here. So one thing to keep in mind is your storage will fill up fairly quick. Though you're going to have a lot of stackable stuff. It's the unstackable stuff that's going to make the biggest deal. So I think after this, we might come back with a better storage system, maybe one of the more advanced ones, just so we're not overflowing off of our mob grinders. But that is it. That is a fully functioning whoa, boy. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting you. Instrumental mobs. Okay, There is one other thing that we're going to have to worry about. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. So what we're going to do now is we're going to build ourselves an Ender inhibitor. I wasn't actually thinking about this, but anytime an Enderman spawns in here, if he teleports before he dies, he's going to end up somewhere in our world here. So we don't want that. We want to keep him from teleporting until they actually get mashed. So to make an Ender inhibitor, we're first going to need a Eye of Ender. So blaze powder, Ender pearl, and then it is 2 iron ingots, a redstone dust, and a glowstone dust, and I'm missing something. Flips it like that. There we go. There is our Ender inhibitor. Inhibits teleportation for entities up to 8 blocks away. Can be attached to any side of solid blocks. Right-click to activate and deactivate. So we're going to take that. We're going to place it right here. So off, on. So as it is right now, no Enderman can teleport from 8 blocks away. Let's quickly go through our rewards. So upgrades, we made that upgrade, which was the width upgrade, random reward, soul shard. We got our completely ethical nutritious chicken feed, random reward, iron wand. That's not too bad. Or construction wands. That's something we haven't really done because we haven't done a lot of building. Monster masher, random reward. We got a basket. Absorption hopper. Ooh, jumbo tank. I didn't actually realize that's one of the rewards. That's good. Random reward. Another wither muffler. GM chicken feed cursed. Random reward. We got a magnet. Golden egg. Random reward. We got another magnet by the looks of it. Blown away. Make an iron fan. Flux plug. Won't be using that anytime soon. Random reward for the rotten egg. Pipe wrench. And then delightful dirt, random reward, another magnet. That's 3 magnets. And then last but not least, we've got the black lotus, which is good. And out of curiosity, I'm wondering if that Ender inhibitor shows up anywhere. Doesn't actually look like it does. So that's fine. That is perfect. Yeah, most of the stuff here we're not going to be able to use anyways, but that's going to be it though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below or on Discord or on, any of the other social medias if you got any questions. You can check out my Discord page. I got a help channel there as well, but that'll be it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.